On February 12th, commercial radio sacked its outspoken show host Li Weiling.
突然間被知會呢件事嘅，冇俾個理由我啦。慢慢先啊，係。陳志雲自己同我講，佢認為政府成件事係擺明整佢。
咁我自己就個人覺得啦，呢個指控係真係好荒謬嘅，亦都係全無事實嘅根據嘅。
係梁振英政府對新聞自由、對言論自由嘅打壓，而商台一個持牌嘅廣播機構。 佢就喺續牌嘅魔咒之下跪低咗。
冤枉商業電台為續牌滅聲，向政治勢力叩頭，為零同商台嘅合作關係同埋互信基礎都破壞到蕩然無存。
企硬反滅聲。
The Hong Kong Journalists Association and other news groups marched in protest.
我入行30年啦，今年亦都係我第一次為新聞界、為受打壓嘅行家流過淚。
Also in February, former Ming Pao chief editor Kevin Lau was stabbed 6 times on his way to work. Lau spent 5 months in hospital.
從我哋嘅家庭嘅角度咧，我哋係冇財政嘅問題，我哋冇逃息嘅問題，亦都冇私人恩怨，所以我哋係深信同新聞工作係有關嘅。
A few days later, police arrested 11 suspects, 2 of them via Dongguan. A press coalition held a mass protest against violence.
真理在胸，不在手，無私無畏，即自由。自由唔係我哋可以假設佢會存在同埋不變，係需要我哋每一個人努力去維護佢先能夠繼續落去。
Freedom of speech and freedom of press is already endangered in Hong Kong. I think Mr. Kevin Lau's attack is a triggering event only.
Kevin Lau returned to work 6 months after his attack. A Hong Kong Journalists Association annual report called this year the darkest period for several decades for local press freedom, and predicted it'll get worse. Some eye-catching local news was revealed anonymously or by foreign media. Australian media say when engineering company UGL acquired DTZ Holdings, where Chun-ying was Asia-Pacific chairman, it agreed with Leung he'd provide services when needed and paid him 50 million Hong Kong dollars.
係從來冇向我提出過要求提供任何服務，我亦都冇提供任何服務。
UGL also says it's never asked Leung for any service, and their 2-year contract expired in 2013.
That the top official of Hong Kong SAR, while taking his official position already after July 1st, 2012, was still on a contract with a commercial enterprise and have some obligation for the business of this commercial enterprise. It is absolutely unacceptable.
Pro-establishment lawmakers vetoed a probe into the matter using LegCo powers and privileges. After an anonymous expose, Next Media chairman Jimmy Lai admitted donating cash to pan-democratic lawmakers and other individuals.
我本住自己嘅能力去盡量去推動香港，唔係任何外國人啊、美國佬啊諸如此類，任何人一毫子都係我黎智英自己嘅。
Some lawmakers who were named denied receiving any money.
我自己係未收過黎智英，又或者係黎智英透過 Mark Simon 嗰類嘅選舉嘅捐款，
從來都冇收過嘅選舉捐款。
Some lawmakers admitted receiving donations on behalf of their political parties.
For any liability, of course, as an individual, as a legislator, it's my problem. It's not the problem of the need of Social Democrats.
我係以真普聯成員嘅身份去幫真普聯咧喺過渡期 去袋住嗰啲錢先嘅啫。
之前我都唔知道佢係會捐款，咁所以我咪代工黨去即係收咗一筆捐款。
Lee Chuk-yan then transferred the $500,000 from his bank account to the Labour parties. A possible conflict of interest was also broached because Lee spoke up for Next Media in a LegCo debate on press freedom earlier in the year. At the end of August, the ICAC says on suspicion of violating anti-bribery laws, it searched the homes of Jimmy Lai, Lee Chuk-yan, etc. In mid-September, Lai visited the ICAC headquarters. Jimmy Lai regularly participated in the Occupy protests. In early December, after he was arrested in a sit-in at Admiralty, he announced his resignation as head of Apple Daily and Next Media. Since the handover, the highest-ranking ex-government official to be tried in court is former Chief Secretary Rapa Hoi. He faced 8 charges, including misconduct in public office. He was convicted of 5 of them. Hoi is accused of taking a total of 28.8 million Hong Kong dollars from Sun Hung Kai Properties co-chairman Thomas and Raymond Kwok and others. It was also revealed over 3 years, Hoi's expenses exceeded his income, earning a total of $11.1 million, while cash withdrawals and credit card bills amounted to over $30 million. Hoi admitted only to getting $17 million from the Kwok brothers in consultancy fees and to evading taxes and not declaring his fees before becoming Chief Secretary. After 131 days of court proceedings, Hoi was jailed for 7.5 years and ordered to repay some $11 million. Thomas Kwok and ex-Stock Exchange executive Francis Kwan both were given 5 years, and former Sun Hung Kai executive director Thomas Chan 6 years imprisonment. International media also reported on the alleged abuse of Indonesian maid Ariana by her Hong Kong employer. She returned home for medical treatment. Her face, arms and legs sustained multiple injuries. Police and Labour officials went to Indonesia to take Ariana's statement. The woman who allegedly abused Ariana was arrested at the airport trying to leave Hong Kong. Police charged her with 10 counts of assault, wounding and intimidation involving 3 maids, including Ariana. The trial began in November. In early June, in Kai Tak, a resident in Kai Ching Estate was shot dead in the lift lobby. The gunmen then exchanged fire with police. SWAT teams sent to the scene stormed the suspect's flat. The man apparently committed suicide. Police found 2 guns in his flat. The deceased, an appliance technician, lived alone. Police are looking for motives. At the end of November, a blast in a flat at Shep Kik Mei Estate killed 2 people and injured 11. Many firemen were called to the scene to investigate a suspected gas leak when the explosion occurred. Principal fireman Leung Kwok Kei died from the injuries sustained in the blast. Fire services have formed a unit to probe the accident. Hong Kong and the Philippines reached a consensus this year to bring closure to the 2010 Manila bus hostage tragedy that killed 8 Hong Kongers. The Philippine government expressed its most sorrowful regret and profound sympathy to the survivors and bereaved families.
I can only say that we hope that this thing can come to an end as all we want. I can't tell whether I am happy with the result.
Hong Kong lifted sanctions against the Philippines and lowered a travel alert from black to amber. An internal probe into the 2012 ferry collision that killed 39 people off Lamma Island has concluded 17 serving and retired Marine Department staff did not discharge their duties appropriately, but the report remained confidential.
我覺得係張白卷嚟㗎啦，因為邊個人犯事嘅人冇披露，犯啲咩事咧又係冇披露。
調查嘅工作會係比 COI 嗰個咧係更加廣泛，絕對冇呃人嘅成分。
如果因為貿然公開咗，而令到將來任何嘅刑事檢控又好，或者係一啲紀律嘅聆訊係做唔到咧，我相信我良心地咧都過唔去嘅。
The trial has begun for the captains of Hong Kong Electric's Llama 4 and Hong Kong Kowloon Ferry's Sea Smooth. Both have pleaded not guilty to 39 counts of manslaughter.
The government says it will launch a second round of consultation on political reform in 2015. That's sure to generate a great deal of concern.
And the government and the people will have to face up to all sorts of social problems precipitated by the Occupy movement.
So that was the year that was. We wish everyone a happy, healthy and prosperous 2015. Good night.